This is how you log into a WordPress blog. Here we have in front of us a WordPress blog. I know it doesn't look like a blog, but it's not supposed to, but WordPress is being used as the content management system. It makes it much easier to update all these pages than going into the HTML every time. You can see if you click on the different pages, this is what happens when you click on the Zirh guarantee. Products right here is actually the blog section, even though it doesn't look like it. So for each product that you want to add, you just add a new blog entry. And about the Zirh Shield is right here. The Zirh Shield is, and I'll show you how to edit all these things. So to log in, what you do is you just take the standard URL, and we're going to type in wp-admin at the end, /wp-admin. See it right here. Type in your username and password. Hopefully that's it. You should have it written down. And you end up right here. This is your dashboard, and as time goes on, you're going to see a lot more information here. You'll see different stats and things like that as to people looking at your blog, etc. So let's look at how to edit the different pages. Right now there are 3 pages on this blog: the home page, about Zirh Shield, and the Zirh guarantee. Products, like I said, is your blog portion, and it's represented up here as a page, but it's actually not your blog. So let me show you how to do this. Click on pages, and you can see the pages listed. You see products also, but it's just a placeholder. If I go ahead and click on this, you'll see that it's just all blank in here, and it's just the name products. And what we're doing, I'll show you this even though you don't need it right now, is under, I think it's writing. Nope. Under permalinks, miscellaneous. Under general here, you can see under reading rather. Your latest posts, this is what the front page displays, and we set it to static page. So your front page is this, Zirh Shield Protectors, and your posts page is products. So we just created a page that said products, so it would appear in this drop down list. So we'll leave it as that. You would click to save changes if you wanted to change anything, and then we also put summary as what you want to show in the feed, because you don't want the entire product description to show up for each one. Alright, so back to pages. If we want to edit some text on the page, now like I said, this is the home page, so let's click edit. Now don't change that to say home, we want it to say this, because that is what is going to show up here in the title, and that's what's going to show up right here at the top of the page. So even though it's just a home button. So this is what's written here, this is what it looks like, but behind the scenes it looks like this. And if you want this a little bit bigger so you can see what you're doing, you can just drag that down and it gets bigger. As you can see, you can insert the pictures right into here. To do that, you click on add an image, and you'll be able to either pull a file off of your computer, pull it from a URL. You can see the gallery here is what's already been uploaded, and that's that broken phone picture. And to close it, you just click on close right there. So this can be edited very simply. Let me take a look at another page. To get out of this, if I had made any changes, I would click update right here, and that would update that. There are a bunch of other settings. You don't need to mess with those. I have a plugin here that actually hides the page everywhere where it's listed, so it doesn't show up as a separate tab than the home page, which is important when you're trying to make a WordPress blog not look like a WordPress blog. So let's look at edit, and let's look at the guarantee. Fantastic. Now as you can see on the guarantee here, there's nothing up yet. And if we look at the guarantee, the actual page, you could see that there's nothing here. So now how do we add the guarantee? Let me show you. Alright, so how do we edit this page? Let's take some text we want to put on here and get it in. What I'm going to do is, because I don't want it to pick up the formatting that I have it right here, I'm going to click on HTML. I'm going to go off screen, and I'm going to copy and paste this in. Now you can see it right here. Now I'm going to click on Visual, and now what we can do is make some editing things. So this is how the copy looks. Call it Zirh Shield. Let's make this whole thing a little bit bigger. Let's call it pre-formatted, see what that does. No. Paragraph. No. It's called heading 2. There we go, that's nice and big. The material is clear and thin, and you can still enjoy the design without needing a bulky protector. Or now let's add some guarantee language. Now you can see what I did here was I copied it in, and it wasn't an HTML, so it came in a different size. I'm just going to hit Control Z. Click on the HTML there. You could see this is within a div. I don't know if you can, but it doesn't really matter. So what we'll do is we will put it in the visual side. And by all means, you edit this a little bit and make it look a little nicer. Heading 2. Wasn't this heading 2? Yeah. So this must be a different font. If ever it's not looking right, you can always look at the HTML here and figure out what's going on. Now you see this is in an H2, H2. That opens and closes the tags. See, this is font size small. And this one doesn't say anything, so we just remove that. You don't have to know how to code to do this. You just got to know there's an open tag and a close tag. This is an open tag for this span, so I remove one of the closed tags, and it should be good. Let's see what happens. Alright, now on this particular blog, I set it up so that the indents will appear automatically on the page. So here's the page right now before I click Save. So let's just go ahead and click Update. That does its thing. We come back over here. And to refresh the page, you can press F5 on your keyboard or hit the refresh button. That's what it looks like in Firefox. I'm just going to hit F5. And there you go. Now you can see that. It's not ideally formatted, so that means we go back here and we edit it again. If you don't like how it's formatted, you just move things around until you do, which shouldn't be so bad. Alright, let me show you. Let's stop this video and start up another one, and I'll show you how to add products the way that you would add like a new blog post. I'm just going to stop this now.